Hey man, Shalom. Uh, Giving all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rachah Kwadash, Kal Halal Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rachah Kwadash, Yad. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders at Great Millstone who taught me this truth, and salutations unto the Arkham that continue to push the word in truth and in sincerity. I just want to come on here with this quick impromptu. I'm just here driving. Running a few errands, man, basically, this evening. And I was listening to a video that Apostle Gabar had recently put up. And it was a commentary video on one that was done by the elder Manatazak. Okay. And pretty much the elder Manatazak and then the Apostle Gabar, the Apostle Elder Gabar was just reiterating it on one particular point, that the diligence and the hard work that the apostles and the elders have put in, it benefited them, or it continues to benefit them to this day, but really it was to benefit us brothers, us younger brothers, which we hope to be of the elect. All their hard work, all their diligence, all their studying, all their research, it was to really benefit the flock, man. Okay. And I was watching the video, and to be fair, I haven't even finished it, but I was so moved by the words of the elder Manatazak and the commentary that Apostle Gabar was running on it, that I just paused the video because I'm driving, but I just paused the video and threw up the camera, and I'm on now to do this response, and it's to say thank you, man. Okay, it's to say thank you. And of course, the water, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, all glory, praise, and honor, and thanks, and gratitude goes to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Chakwadash. Okay, and we learn from the apostles, man. We learn from our elders. The scriptures do admonish us to keep quiet in the presence of gray hairs, of elders, man. Because as much as you learn the scriptures and the breakdowns from our spiritual fathers, starting with the Apostle Tahara and down, you also learn brotherhood. You also learn mannerisms. Now, that's not to say you copy men, because he moves the hand like that and he says this phrase like that, so I'm going to do that. Now, of course, there's certain words and things you pick up, but I'm not talking about imitating men. I'm talking about actually learning brotherhood, man. Learning true brotherly love, man. Okay. And listening to the video there, I mean, it always has, but it struck me all over again, like it was the very first time. And it's like, man, us young brothers, man, we owe a lot to the apostles, man. We owe a lot to the apostles, okay, and the elders on down, man. And as the apostle did say, I'm talking about the apostle Tahar, the apostle Gabar, the apostle Rachah, the apostle Aramlab, okay, and then I'm talking, when I say elders, I'm talking about the top elders and bishops, man. There's a few that I could mention them all, but I'm scared to miss out a name and offend, so I'll just mention the one that did the original video, the likes of Elder Manatazak, one of the top elders, man. Okay, because you got heads of camps and stuff and seasoned men, but then you have to realize there's levels and leagues to this, man. And certain elders aren't on the same level, man. I'm talking about the top elders from the main camp under the apostles, man. Okay, a sincere, huge thank you to you, spiritual fathers, big brothers, spiritual fathers, and teachers, pastors, man. Okay, the scripture says, thine eyes shall see thy teachers, and indeed, as the apostle Gabar was breaking down, Um, you know, the Lord gave us the apparatus of YouTube um, to push the word, man. Okay. All right, Salaki. What I'm doing, I'm driving. I'm going from East London to South, so I'm about to hit the tunnel to cross under the Thames River. The internet's gonna cut out. Okay, so give me around. I'm gonna leave the video on, but give me around a minute and a half. I'll be out on the other side in South London, but it's gonna cut out because I'm in the tunnel. Just give me a minute and a half. Abarat. Yeah, I'm back. I'm back. Salaki about that. I started the video when I was pretty much on the approach to um, the Blackwall Tunnel, man. But anyways, as I was saying, I was quoting the scripture that I shall see thy teachers. Now the Lord gave us the apparatus of YouTube to really push the word. You get into the prophecies and it talks about the unicorn and the line has gone out to the whole earth. It's pretty much the word via the air, man. You know, the word being pushed via the air, via the internet. Okay? And yeah, the apostles, you know, they got on the YouTube in the summer of 2007 and pretty much, you know, as the apostle said, the truth really blew off the hinges then, but they were still going hard from way before. Okay, you know, but a sincere thank you to the apostles and the elders, man, because look, you know, we're dealing with matters of life and death here. All right, we're dealing with salvation, or you know, and not making it the first go round, man. When you really boil it down, that's what we're dealing with. We're dealing with salvation of the elect, all right, you know, being delivered or being destroyed and having to come back in the kingdom, okay? So really and truly, um, we owe, as it were, our lives firstly to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, but also to the apostles and the elders, man, okay? You know, Lord willing, we make it out. Yes, because of the Lord, but then under him, under the ranking order, it's because of the men who he set up, okay? You know, I wouldn't know the names of the Father and of the Son, you know, Yahweh, why Yahweh Shai, if it had not been for the apostles, man. You know, the true breakdowns of the scriptures, okay, you know, because it's not a thing of you learn the syllabus and then that's it. No, you continually learn. Now, this winter coming up around November, let me see, sir. Yeah, this winter coming up in November would be 10 years of me being in the truth, man. Okay. Now, I was fortunate enough, all praises to the Most High, Yahweh Hashem Yahshua, to come in at quite a young age, man. Okay. But I can bear witness, um, you know, and I pray to the Lord that I'm doing a good job. You know, I'm just trying my best. But I'm a witness and a testament of the hard work of the apostles, man. Okay? You know, I remember coming home from school, you know, and that's all I watched, man. You know, but that's when you know, because back then you couldn't upload more than 15 minutes, so every video was 15 minutes. You'd have like 13 parts of camp, you know. The apostles would back then they were just known as the elders, you know, but they would break it up into 15 minutes slots for camp. Okay, um, then they would have like the long classes back at the studio with, you know, 3 hour classes and everything. And I have many books of notes I've taken, and you know, all of that, man. You know, but a sincere thank you to the apostles and the elders, man, because they've been consistent, man. All right, they've been consistently diligent. All right, consistently on point. Okay, and consistently coherent, man. Because that's the thing about teachers, right? You don't want to be the teacher that after the class is done, the students are left there like, what the fuck is going on? Now, of course, not everybody's going to get it. Some people are going to be like, what the fuck is going on? Because the spirit didn't permit them to understand. Okay? That's the more spiritual side of things. But then you've also got people or teachers that are just bad teachers, man. And it's like you got some like that's what Kemet's like, man. You know, and I was never really into that, but just to understand what they're about, I've watched a few videos of them. You know, brothers talk about these Kemet guys and Sarnetta and that. All I know is some African bullshit. But it's like when you watch those guys, you watch like 10 minutes of them, and it's like after the 10 minutes, you're left confused. What the fuck are you talking about? You're just talking about a whole load of madness, man. You know, madness that, you know, yeah, you're not willing to implement in your own life, but you're there promoting it for other people to do. You know, but the apostles have been consistently coherent, consistently clear through the scriptures, man. You know, okay, all right. You talk about different things like how to operate, man. You know, we didn't know how to keep the I didn't know how to keep the Sabbath service, man. You know, but there's the videos are up there to this day. You know, of how to keep the Sabbath service. You know, how to you know, do the Passover. You know, how to say the prayers. Okay, you know, we owe a lot to the apostles, man. Okay, this is why the scripture says give double honors, man. You know, honor to those who rule well. And indeed, the apostles and elders of Great Millstone do rule well, man. Okay, you know, give respect unto those men. And the word respect, re means back, and spect comes from spectacles, uh, to look back. So we indeed, oh sorry, respect comes means to look. So respect means to look back. So when we say we respect the apostles, we indeed look back at the body of work that they have, man. Okay, you know, and it's a respectable, um, dignified body of work through this that was clearly guided by the hand of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, man. All right, there's no doubt in that, man. There is indeed no doubt in that. Okay, you know, and this is why it's always important to just stick to the order of things, man. You know, okay. There's no point trying to you know, get ahead of yourself, you know, and all of a sudden you now know more than your elders and your teachers. That's madness, man. That's flipping madness. It doesn't work like that, man. Because everything you do know came from them. Okay, you know, the apostles talk about oftentimes gives the account. Apostle Rakar is always given the account of what happened in the school. You know, yeah, all the apostles do it, you know, but the apostle Rakar oftentimes gets into those topics, man, of all the bullshit they had to go through, you know, all the adversity, you know, all the hell they had to catch, you know. But what if they just you know what, forget it? Nah, they kept going, and At the end of the day, it was for our benefit, man. You know, it was for our benefit. Okay, and that's a beautiful and humbling thing, man. Okay, you know, this is why it's indeed right, to pay tithes, man. Because they have ministered and labored in the truth, man. Okay, and you got certain guys talking about on that whole tithe thing of yeah, but what they're using it for. The apostles can use tithes for whatever the fuck they want to use it for, man. Okay, if it's a necessity and they need it, they deserve it, man. Okay, if it's just changing their pocket because they're already good, which in most cases they are, because they work as well. And that's another thing. The apostles ain't just sitting at home doing nothing and then videos all day and then in the meantime just staring at the four walls or watching paint dry. The apostles work, man. Okay? The apostles work. They've spoken about their professions in the past. I ain't going to do that now because there's no real need to. But just know the apostles are working men. All right? As well as doing lessons, man. Okay? Edifying the flock. All right? You know, so the apostles can do whatever the fuck they want to do with the tithes and offering, man. All right, you know, because they're well deserving of it, man. You know, they are indeed well deserving of it. So this is just a response video to Elder Manatazak, and which the Apostle Gabar did like a follow up on. You know, the reason why the rest of us brothers are where we are, man, is because of the apostles, man, and the elders, as it should be. But in return, we say thank you, man. You know, and the scripture says, um, let another man esteem thee. So the apostles aren't gonna come on there. They may joke around from time to time, but they ain't gonna come on there and you know, blow it up in your face of how great they are. Because I guess according to the well, not I guess according to the scriptures, it's not for them to do. And on top of that, they're humble men. They're humble men. But for who it is to do, we should be doing that, man. All right, you know, all right. Big up to the apostles, man. Because the scripture says, I boast not but in Yahweh Shai, and it's all orchestrated by the spirit and power of Yahweh Shai. So all the glory and honor and praise and exaltation ultimately goes to Yahweh Shai. But along with that praise, the men which he has set up get bigged up too. So big up Yahweh Bashem Shai. All praises to Yahweh Bashem Shai. But and then praises and shout out to the apostles and the elders, man. Okay, those men have done an excellent job, man. You know, to the point where now, um, you have like Great Millstone all over the world, man. Okay, all teaching the same thing. Okay, there's order. That's another thing, order. We didn't know about like rank and order and stuff. Pretty much it's a matter of, you know, and I'm talking about the men above me because you got levels to this. Okay, I'm talking about the heads of camps and captains and elders. You know, um, it was taught to them, which in turn was taught to us, man. You know, about order and how to keep, how to, do, execute judgment and keep, the peace and basically Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. Salakia, man, the connection as I'm driving, it was kind of poor. It cut out for a bit. But as I was saying, all these things, it was taught to us, man. You know, and this is why it's important to observe those above you, man. You pick up certain things along the way, and it's like, yeah, it makes sense because that's how the spirit works, man. Okay? Do you think the disciples, which became the apostles, right? Do you think they just listened to the words of the Lord alone and that was it? No, of course they did that, which is imperative and the primary, most important thing. But on top of that, they would have examined the Lord's mannerisms, man. How the Lord dealt with people, especially how the Lord dealt with people. Why? Because they were being trained to now go and deal with the church. All right? And they had to deal with the church correctly because it was the elect back then, which was the churches were being formed, man. The elect back then, which are now back here again. So they would have the disciples, you know, Peter, James, John, Matthew, you know, all of them, man. Thomas, they would have been examining and watching Yahweh Shai, how he interacted with people, man. You know, how he came down to people's level, you know, or how he dismissed people that was a waste of time, you know. They you know, how he had compassion or how he executed judgment. The disciples would have been watching that, man. So then they could implement it, man, you know. And we do the same thing with our apostles and our elders. How do you think we go out there on the street and don't get twisted up? Because number one, we stay in the scriptures, all right, which is the truth, the true breakdowns. But then we also execute it, and every brother has their own style and stuff. But we also execute it generally how it's been done by our teachers, man. All right, you know, because it's worked. It's clearly worked. All right, and that's the spirit that the Lord is dealing with, man. All right. Okay, I would have it all that you speak the same thing. And then even though brothers bring it out in their own way because of individual personalities, it's still the same. Because we're all one. Alright? In Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Alright? You know, but indeed, man, you know, the water to the apostles, man. You know, the apostles give accounts of, you know, at some points, man, not even at, you know, back in the day, not even having the train fare, having to bump the train. The water for that, man. The marathon classes and being on the train all hours of the night, okay, even being homeless at some points, man, the water for that. You know, the Apostle Gubar and the Apostle Rakhar give the accounts of, you know, being on the same train but on different carriages. And then I believe, I may be telling it wrong, so forgive me, but I believe it was the Apostle Gubar, something, well, not something, the Spirit said to him, like, go to the next carriage or something. And he went to the next carriage, it was Apostle Rakhar there, you know. So the water for that, man, you know, okay, right? You know, and even unto their teachers, man, because they got the truth from their teachers, man. You know, okay. All the slander, the hate, you know, the water, man. Alright. And I appreciate you, man. All of you. I'm talking about the apostles, man, and the top elders and bishops. I appreciate all of you, man, because if it was not for you, man, obviously through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yeshai, but had it not been for you men, all right, which the Lord had set up, I wouldn't be in this situation, man. Now, I'm not saying that with a surety that I'm going to be saved. I pray the Lord delivers me. You know, I keep a positive mind and confidence, yet in humility, and I pray and I do to the best of my ability what's required of me, and I can only pray that the Lord delivers me. But I could be in a worse situation. I could still be in a Christian in the Christian church. You know, I could be in jail. I could be, there's the endless possibilities of where I could be. But for the fact of even having a shot at salvation the first time round, I owe it to the Lord and then to the men which he set up, man, which are the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, man. You know, like I said, to have been in this truth for coming up to 10 years, from first hearing it and then teaching the very next year until now, it's been an honor, man. Okay, and it's not because of myself, it's because of those men. All right. I guess this is a video of truly giving double honor, showing gratitude, humility, and thanks, man. First to Yahweh Hashem Yashai and unto those men. Okay. Right. You know. Okay. And as I said earlier, and I'll say again, not all the elders are on the same level, man. All right. Not all the elders are on the same level. This video, when I talk about the elders, I'm talking about the top elders, man. The top elders and the top bishops under the apostles, man. Okay. Predominantly, which came out of the main camp, all right, in New York. I'm talking about those men, all right. They've been there from the beginning, pretty much, all right. Yeah, the apostles that came in, and, man, you know, those men are the men that I learned from, okay. The apostles and the elders, man. You know, but yeah, thank you, man. You know, and I'll end by saying this, man. A nasty trait, man. A nasty trait. And I personally, I hate is a strong word, but I'll use the word. Okay. I genuinely hate, cause it's like theft, man. And the scriptures say, thou shalt not steal. Okay, that's one of the commandments. All right. But it's likened unto theft, an ungrateful and forgetful spirit. That's a nasty spirit, man. And me personally, I hate it, man. Okay, I'm not speaking for other brothers. I'm speaking for myself. I personally hate that spirit of being ungrateful and forgetful, man. So I'm not gonna come on here and yeah, the apostles and it. I learned from those men. All right. I can never, ever, ever forget my humble beginnings of being in my small bedroom in my mother's house on my old laptop watching the apostles, man, being engrossed and growing in the spirit because of those men. I can never forget where I came from, man. And I pray that I don't have that spirit, and I pray the Lord doesn't allow that spirit to come on me of being forgetful and ungrateful, man. No, 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 no. That's one thing I pray to Yahweh Hashem Yahshua to keep far, far, far away from me. That ungrateful and forgetful spirit. No, I remember how it all started for me. Alright? And to that I say, Barak Yahweh Hashem Yahshua Hashem Rachak Wadash and Thawada, a sincere double honors to the apostles and elders, man. Alright? I acknowledge you, I respect you, I fear you, and I love you, man. All of you, for what you've done for me personally, man. Because if it were not for the Lord using you men, the apostles and elders, I wouldn't be in the position I am. And that's to have a shot at salvation the first time round. So double honors to you, much love always, man. Okay. And yeah, that's it, man. Shalom and Tawada.